Yeah, I really dig the randomness, especially there's like levels where like you need to be doing a specific thing like right away, and if you're not doing it, you're just like you're already set up for disaster.
Exactly. And those couple seconds at a time, if you're not holding right at the start of a level, for example, when you need to be, and there are levels exactly like that,
Yeah,
that can end up being the difference.
we just saw the last race was 7 second difference. Like it can
Right. I
be
think
that
that's
close.
probably the closest one we've had too.
Yeah.
Let's see, it looks like we've got countdown going, so we may be underway in just a sec here. Looks like both runners are readied up. It is go
Yep,
time.
they're going. Ooh, the D
Hey,
boosting level. This is a fun one.
first up, this I think the third time in the last little bit that this has been the first level of the seed. I think for anybody familiar with this game, I know you are definitely Grim, with one of the top times on the leaderboard. This is a hard one. This is really really hard.
Yeah, this is a late game level for sure. And it doesn't really look like it. You can like see the bar filling up. That's indicative of how much time they have before their deboost ends. But it fills up quick. It's way faster than you think. A
Definitely,
lot of
and there's a
quick
lot
jumps
of
here.
we noticed the stop and go on these single muncher platforms. You're running against the clock there with that iframes timer, and if you're not out of there in time, you're toast.
Yeah, you gotta be quick.
Some longer sections in this level as well, compared to some of them. Some of these stages have fairly short sections. Chelbird taking an unfortunate death there
Hmm.
early on.
He actually
Calco,
looks like he's stopping.
yeah, something. I'm not sure. So for just context sake, Chelbird is a champion of everything he's been doing with this tournament, from putting it on, dealing with the technical side, kind of just everything involved. It's been a really impressive effort. So, I mean, confident in his gameplay that little misstep there. He's hoping he can make up that time.
He's a good player. I think he could come back from this. Calco's in another pretty difficult late game stage. The slow-moving layer 2 scroller.
All right, Chelbird getting that midway. So one of the things that's going to come down to this is Chelbird has a really good grasp on some of the speed strats in this half, which I think in a lot of cases is going to be beneficial because even though it does come with additional risk in a lot of the cases, he's good enough to pull it off. He's shown that time and time again to where any little bit of a deficit, he's got the potential to capitalize on any little bit of mistakes. Granted, we're hoping Calco, not to jinx a guy, but we're hoping Calco makes a mistake or two, get the race a little bit tighter.
Yeah, make it a little closer, make it exciting. Calco's also one to go for the riskier stuff usually. Like, I don't know if he intended to do that, but that was a scary looking re-grab.
All right, Chelbird into the goalpost there. Very nice.
I love seeing how everyone does this little bullet part at the end of Philly.
I'm actually fascinated by the same thing. Some people, myself, I swing wide. You know, I use all three of the platforms.
Yeah, I do shorties, and Calco just did a mix of both, which blew my mind. I don't know why he switched it up halfway.
I've tried the stand on one platform. It's too frantic. It's too hectic. I don't trust myself with it.
Oh, this saw level. This is, for me, this was my least favorite one that could possibly come up, and I think it came up in both my races.
Oh no. This level, I would say, is definitely one of the hardest in the game. Calco taking a death.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I mean, that's the slim margin, though, is when you got these, the skinnier vertical saw blades, they're a little bit tougher to balance on, especially when they're going these tight turns, and you've got to manage those turns along with them.
Oh, man.
In almost the same spot by Calco.
That's the other thing, is you gotta hit them in specific spots to be able to make these jumps. Like, he hit the saw a little too far on the left there.
Wow. Okay, so...
Alright, he wants to make it a game.
Calco,
I like this.
A little pressure mounting there. And on the other screen, we've got Chelbird pretty well dialed in, too. Already in the second section of Rearrange in Space.
Yeah, he was off to an awkward start, but I think he's collected now, and he's got his game face on. He's ready.
We see Calco with another death. He got the midway, however. That's a tough jump that I think can get a lot of people. Luckily, not too much damage done. And Chelbird is in there. Okay.
Yeah, so he's, I'd say, about a level behind. He's closing in.
Right, yeah, he's definitely closed some of that distance for sure. Calco finishing off. So yeah, pretty much exactly one level at this point. If Chelbird can power through though and avoid the mistakes that Calco made, that's time gained back. A little more pressure on Calco at that point too.
Especially there's a mind game element to it too, because I'm not sure Calco knows where his opponent is.
Right. Chelbird, unfortunately, taking a fall there at one of the same spots that Calco died 2 times.
Yeah, just barely missing that switch. Now he's got it. That should be a checkpoint. Yep.
Another death on the saw blade there. Meanwhile, Calco is about to finish off Snowy Peak.
Yeah. I love Chelbird. He was even laughing about that last one.
Oh no, Chelbird taking another death.
Calco's on the P speed level. A lot of really tough speed strats in this one. You can do some really tight jumps to skip a few things.
Okay, Chelbird getting in there.
Yep. Calco, a runner of vanilla, is used to doing jumps like that, so for him it's absolutely no problem. He's done it thousands of times.
Quick work of that first section for Calco. First section out of 3 in this level. It's not quite a midway in each of these checkpoints.
Yeah, the final section isn't too long, But it is strange because I believe it's the only 3-section level in the game, right?
I know Watered Highway has 3 sections as well.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're right.
But it might just be those 2. Move through the end there for Calco.
Very nice. Chelbird done with level 7, moving into 8. Calco moving into 10. He does have quite a bit of a lead as this one closes up, but it's not over. See, there he takes another death.
Like, this has been one throughout a lot of the day that has given some people just some random agonizing deaths in strange ways.
Yeah, this is just one of those levels where sometimes you just die and you're like, oh, I've never died like that before. Just this weird Yoshi just bouncing out everything in ways you never expected.
Somebody mentioned Baby Yoshi gets their revenge on behalf of the Yoshis a few times in that stage.
Love that speed strat under the chuck.
See, yet another clear from Calco. You obviously want to see a comeback. We want to see a crazy race. Chelbird accidentally going spin jump there, realizing it just a touch too late.
Yeah, he tried to double back, but it's at that point you're just done.
Yeah, it's you got to think it is still a best of 5, even if the first one gets away from you. Regardless of the technical difficulties that Chelbird had, Calco's also just played phenomenal. It's one of those times of could anybody have beaten Calco anyway with how quality he's playing? He's dialed in the zone, and already as elite tier as you can get in this game.
He's moving fast through this level.
Chelbird getting betrayed by Yoshi.
Yep, there it is.
Okay. We got the Lost Cinema. This one presented a couple problems for some people today, where just a few fumbles of the
little death orb.
Yeah, it's this one's been a bit of a game changer a couple times.
Yeah, it's tough. Ooh, Calco barely missing the saw there. It's the typically it's the final level of the game, and it's definitely tough enough to earn that spot.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Something really unfortunate that can happen that I haven't seen yet is you can actually kill your own platform that you're on with the orb with this final jump coming up.
Yeah.
Actually, I have not seen that happen today.
In my first playthrough, that plagued me several times. So I've personally been victimized by that one.
Yeah, me too. It's rough. Chelbird finishing up the ninth level, moving into Chemical Waste.
Nice.
Calco really nice through the ending there. Very smooth.
And then we go from the last level in vanilla to the first level in vanilla.
We have come full circle. I cannot imagine this level gives Calco any trouble.
I mean, it's hard to imagine
let's see.
Calco trouble right about now.
Yeah. He still gets the checkpoint. That's interesting.
Yeah, you know what?
Just
That's
in
actually been
case.
a little bit of a thing we've discussed a couple times today. That pretty much everybody sticks to that little bit of safety.
I mean, yeah, I guess why not? It's like half a second, maybe a second max to just jump up and grab it.
Right, and the penalty. I mean, imagine if you didn't grab it, but then you do take a untimely death in the second half of the stage. Oof, that's
Right.
gonna sting, right? You're
And I
gonna.
think that is not GG for Calco.
I
There's
was
one
actually
more.
thinking it was as well.
He's got one more level with the swamp level too. Got Chelbird making his way through the final castle. Calco's coming up on what I believe is the final trick. And I love the little consistency thing there where you throw the shell up so they don't collide. I never thought to do
Definitely. It's a really cool strat. And
All right, and that
credit
is
GG.
GG.
So
First round goes to Calco.
Takes game one. Obviously, we saw the little bit with chelbird having to address something technical-wise at the start of the race. Man, it's just hard to fathom that Calco was going to lose that one either way. Just a really stellar race, and chelbird's played pretty fantastic as well.
Yeah, he's playing well. It's unfortunate that he's trying to run things and he also is a racer.
Yeah, definitely. It's like I said, it's an impressive feat.
Yeah,
to
for sure.
Doing it even as well as he is. I mean, this has been great. So, yeah, extra shout out to chelbird for making this all happen.
Curious to see what he does at the end here, if he does the same thing.
There's a little part of me that gets nervous every time jumping with the Kaizo block there. I know everyone's good enough to know better than to hit it, but it just makes me worry that if we did have that happen in a race situation, that would be something.
Its presence there is threatening, because you feel like, oh, just jump early, you won't hit it. But I've had it happen where I thought I jumped early.
So we see a little bit of a different strat there with the chucks. Chelbird's done that before, where you kick the shell over and just take out the chucks, circle back, shell respawns, and then he goes from there.
Yeah, that's interesting. It looks a little slower, but sometimes the drop can be really finicky. Like, I've had it happen where the drop just does not kill the second chuck for whatever reason.
It's always the second one too. I don't understand why that's.
Yeah, I don't get what that is. It's weird. GG chelbird. We're going to be getting set up for the second round now.
Yep, looks like we are going to be diving right into it.
Yes, Pegasus, it is a best of 5. So first to 3 wins moves on.
It says the thing is, though, you spawn the Koopa quick with the throw, so the time loss Oh, that's a really good point, Nathan. Yeah. Because you're kicking the shell and running over the side to spawn the Koopa you bounce on, you're getting to that guy quicker. Excellent point, Nathan. Good looking out.
Right. That's a cool strat. I like that.
Okay, looks like both runners are readied up. We should be going in just about 10 seconds here.
Yep, here we go. First off, we have Forest of the Angry, the Wiggler level. I actually find this level pretty relaxing.
I mean, I love the music and the visuals. It's got such a cool just vibe to it. And I actually really enjoy in the vanilla version, the transitions with the previous levels, you know, coming out of a pipe, you get a little intro to the song and the scenery, and then when you dive in, it just feels great.
Yeah, it's really cute. A lot of fun jumping in this level too, bouncing on bombs. You have to do a little mini juggle. That's a cool
These
trick.
guys make look easy as can be. I've never fully understood how the bottom of Wigglers work, where we can just clip through them like that, like everyone does in this level, but I'm glad it works that way.
Yeah, it's weird that it doesn't kill you, isn't it? Well, I guess they can't kill you in their red state at all, right?
I didn't know that.
Well, no, if they walked into you, I'm pretty sure you'd die, right? But anyway, that's level 1 for both of them. Done easy.
GG's.
Completely synced up right now.
Yeah. If you notice their timers are a little bit off, chat, Chelbird actually has his set up for a minus 15-second start time, which is the normal countdown that racetime.gg uses. Just this time around, he forgot to hit it until the actual race started. So they're pretty much in sync. Chelbird's timer is just going to be about 15 seconds behind where it actually is.
Calco's got a tiny bit of a lead now. Shelbird didn't die, but he did miss hitting the switch the first time.
Ironically, right after talking about the strat, we are back at it, but Shelbird
throws
the shell out of his own reach.
Oh, that is at the end of a section, too. That's not good.
It's going to be a tough one to overcome.
Gets it the second time. No problem.
Easy first section for Calco, making it look good.
This is a really fun level, and I love the number of strats in it, too. It's like a bunch of little stuff you can do.
Yeah, this is a really fun level. This is one that I'm still kind of, in the early parts of kind of getting speed strats down, because ever since the tournament started, I started running the game and playing it a little bit.
Right.
But they're easy enough, and once you get them, you just kind of get that cool feeling of like, yo, I'm actually speed running now.
Like everybody skips that block that Shelbird just did. Nobody uses that. Just a neat little shell trick you can do in the beginning.
Okay, you know what? If there's been one stage today that's probably given us more lead changes and interesting swings, probably Watered Highway. This one has been an agent of chaos today, I would say, where you get late into a section and one tiny little mishap, a swim flutter that you didn't need to have, can go against you and really make things difficult.
Yeah, that's one thing about this stage. It is more enjoyable because it's a bit of a faster water level, but it also means if you do a swim when you shouldn't, you were being thrown right into something deadly.
right, Calco making it through. Oh, but
Ooh,
that little misstep.
just
If
a
you,
little
you know,
off on the timing.
yeah, it's like if you let up on your ups or downs in some of these sections, Mario just gravitates toward the bad guys. It seems like.
During this part, it's a little slower, but I actually hold the opposite direction because you do slow down a little. It makes those parts just a tiny bit easier. I'm pretty sure they're just holding right through it, though. They want to go fast.
Yeah, definitely. And that's some of the danger with it. You know, you know you're going to gain a little bit of speed, but you better be ready to control that. And we see Calco taking that death, Chelbird pouncing on it, and capitalizing on the opportunity, closing that gap even more.
And this level just gave Calco a bit of trouble. Let's see how he handles it now.
Great first section. You got to feel good if you're Calco after how the last one went on this stage, to come right out and just one-shot that first section like that. And I believe Chelbird did the same thing.
Yep, one shots from both of them so far. Calco coming into the ending here. Nice, very smooth level. And Chelbird is not too far behind.
Great. We got ourselves a race.
Rapid fire. This is another one of those levels. Bouncing on these balls can be really tricky.
Especially when we've got these little parts before the checkpoints, going up and under, some munchers. Yeah, I've had a lot of trouble with those at certain times. These runners, on the other hand, not so much the case. They're making it look easy.
Yeah, they've got it locked down. Both of those checkpoints, the jumps right before it are just so tough.
They're so dependent on good timing with the ball and chain, where if you go just a second too early or too late, you're back to the start of that section.
Yeah, and then the final section, though, thankfully it lets up a little. It's a little shorter. The jumps aren't as hard.
So Chelbird right there opting not for the fast P-switch strat. Calco did go for that and got it safely. So those tiny details, but I guess that's that level of aggression Calco's playing with, where he's going to execute his speed strats, and if he keeps up on that, it's going to be tough to catch up to.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's feeling pretty confident right now. And he's playing very confidently.
Play in general is out of control.
Yeah.
I mean, but for several stages running now, I feel like we've had Chelbird just, 11, 12 seconds behind, too. We've got both runners just dialed in, where, you hate to speak a mistake into existence, but if one of those happens, it's going to be extra costly at this point.
Yeah, it's very close right now. This vertical section, it's very short, but my goodness, is it dangerous.
Indeed. I actually believe in the quarterfinals earlier, Chelbird himself had a really rough death on the final thwomp at the top. Not the case here.
It's bad.
Right on through.
Yep, both of them got through it, no problem.
Calco making quick work of the first section. A little mistimed on the P-speed there, but in the end, he had it all under control.
Okay, he got through, and that's really all you need to do at this point. You just got to maintain this lead.
Definitely. And I mean, yeah, he's got to keep executing because here we are, same section yet again. Still that, probably 10 to 15 seconds maybe between the two of them. But also, we don't have that many stages left at this point either.
No, we don't. Chelbird needs Calco to make some kind of mistake here. Just like even a tiny one at this point would let him catch up.
It does feel that way, where no amount of speed strats with what little there is left in the seed, it does seem like he's gonna have to be dependent on a mistake happening.
Yeah.
Quick work of that first section for Calco. Chelbird's through also.
Calco's coming up to the survival at the end. Yeah, he does a mix. That's so interesting. He starts wide and then he closes it in.
One of the advantages, obviously, is being close to that gate once it opens.
Yeah, and the bullet's actually
you don't pin yourself between there with some poor timing either.
Yeah. This level, thank goodness people found this P-speed track, because doing this with the slide and having to maintain the right speed through the whole thing is just, I would just die over and over sometimes.
See, and I've yet to figure out the P-speed strat on this. That's where I've still got room to grow. But I definitely got to see it in action, a couple times today now.
Yeah, just take some notes. It's so useful.
Yeah, it definitely helps to, learn a game better in the speed strats when I'm commentating it a bunch. Nice little perk, getting some studying done, watching some killer speed runs.
Oh yeah, from some huge names, big gamers. Our Calco coming through to the end. Chelbird is probably 15 seconds behind. Moving into the final level.
This one, talk about comeback potential. With the longer sections, all the freezing for the the transitions of the mushroom and the iframes, makes you wonder. Something like this could open a door.
Yeah, you can get tripped up here pretty easily. Calco, though, it's, not so easy to trip him up, unfortunately.
The execution has just been completely phenomenal. I mean, we talk about the idea of, when's Calco going to make a mistake? But we've been talking about that almost the whole run now, and now the run's almost over. And Calco, played almost mistake-free this whole way.
Some of these low ceilings can get you, I tried to speak something into existence. He can't be stopped.
That death block that chelbird just got past, the one hiding up by that ceiling, that one's my arch nemesis, maybe of this whole hack.
Yeah, it's easy to get nabbed by that one.
We've got credits GG for Calco taking game 2. I think chelbird just saw the notification. He knows just how close he was.
Yep. GG. Great runs from both these racers. Very close.
So we've got Calco finishing with a race time of 14:55 and chelbird's official time 15:17. So 23 seconds, 22 seconds separating everything. Really impressive. Really, really impressive. We still have another game. This semifinal match is not yet settled. 2-0 lead, sure, that happened. But the possibility of a comeback also totally in play. Because both these races have been, close. They've been close in the end.
Yeah, I think chelbird could take this. He's in good spirits still from the looks of it. He knows how close that was. He knows he can win.
Knows that he can get dialed in and hang with him, I think.
Yeah, I think he's saying one death. One death difference.
And that's... Oh. There's no easy way to swallow that pill.
Yeah. Because very early on, he took that death in acidic swamp right at the end. Like, that was the deciding factor.
Yeah, you're right. That really, really ended up being it. Especially right at the end of a section. That's pretty brutal. Be just a second here. I think we're going to get the next race set up. We should be back at it pretty quick here. Chat, how you feeling? Who you liking? I know it's 2-0. Who's taking this next race, though? I believe in the bird. Feeling great. Heck yeah, Bad Wolf Girl. Let's go, Calco. We got a good luck, Calco. Okay. Chat getting their predictions in. You like to see it. RB wants chelbird, Super Ben. Let's get a game 4. All right. Chilean Pog for Calco. Nice. Guys, our runners are readied up. We're going to be underway with race number 3 in just a few seconds.
All right, let's see what we get first here. Man, this level has come up a lot today, I feel.
I want to say there was maybe one race so far where it didn't. It's been literally almost every one.
Both players through the first H, no issues at all.
I don't know about anybody else, but when I see in a race type scenario like this, where the screen transitions, them entering a pipe is almost perfectly synced, there's just something satisfying about that. And I really want more of it.
I would love to see a whole race like that.
Just coming down to those final seconds, you know?
Yeah.
Chelbird making me nervous there. Nearly clipping the muncher, but he is safe and sound.
That was very close.
Oof. Okay, rapid fire yet again. This has been another one that's popped up in, I would say, the vast majority of our seats today. And interesting, just the variations of, you know, we've seen players just both power through it. Like these players have both been phenomenal at it. In other cases, you'll see it really trip some people up. So the consistency is not the easiest thing to have. These guys looking good so far.
Right. This is definitely one of the harder levels in the game. A lot of tricky jumps. Of course, they're making it look easy.
Chelbird takes a death.
Ooh.
The first one we've had in this run. Makes it
Yeah, he
through
cut his jump just a little too short there.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You hate to see it. And then he misses the Dorito of death.
These Doritos, man, I swear, they could be so hard to jump off of.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's not just balls and chains that these guys got to time in the end. All right, in there for Chelbird.
We got Calco doing some D-boosting.
Jumps look so easy.
Calco hitting the side of that muncher, but still managing to climb up.
Yeah, he's making me nervous there. Chelbird making it through also.
Again, I want to say he's just about 10-15 seconds behind.
Yeah. It's a margin where if Calco has his own stumbling block at some point, then we're, you know, assuming Chelbird keeps it up, we're gonna be basically all knotted up again.
Right.
Superman, as we saw from last race, one death might be too many. That actually is a very, very good point. One of the crazier aspects, I guess, of being in these later rounds of a Kaizo tournament with, you know, the elite of the elite still left playing.
Especially when they're warmed up and just the nerves aren't as bad. They've been racing for a bit. They've done a few games. Just the chances of them dying are just not as high.
Definitely. Well, we're getting acidic swamp yet again. Little bit of a thorn in the side at this point, I'm sure, with the difference we had last race. Oh, and Calco taking his first death. little bit later in the section, too. That's a tough one.
Yeah, the gap closing up just a little bit.
It's like about 7 seconds difference now between them. Although Chelbird just took a little bit of a death. That'll be a small setback. Calco is in there. And Chelbird makes it too. Staying true to his strats. Not gonna compromise any of that, even if it gave him a little bit of a fit earlier. And it's really cool to see in action, so I'm here for it.
Yeah, I like it a lot. My own personal experience, when I like change up strats in the middle of a race, typically it doesn't work out, so.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You gotta stick with what you know.
Like, both these runners making easy work of Phantom Dancer. No struggles there.
I think up there, down here, this might actually be my favorite level.
This one, for the race setting, I love this level because of the amount of different strats, but also we've seen a few things kind of go a little hectic in some of our races with this stage that kind of caught a few runners off guard. Where you can maybe see a lead change or two, getting a little wishful thinking, but we just might. Oh, it's gonna have to come on another stage though, because Calco is through. And
there goes Chelbird.
Right behind him.
It's close, man. It's really close. I've had some weird deaths in this level, let me tell you.
Oh yeah, this is another one of those ones where it feels like a lot can go wrong. You got to think all these guys, they know that if they've played this game enough. Of just the rogue random things that can happen if just one of the moles gets away from you, some of the timing is off. It can be a little bit tricky. So I imagine knowing that these guys got to be extra focused in on just really making sure that nothing goes horribly wrong.
Right. Calco really making use of the fact that Yoshi doesn't actually poop out his little egg until you land, so he's moving very far forward. Chelbird doing the same. Get a little less walking distance with that mole.
Very nice by both those guys on that stage. A really tough one that they make look really easy. Calco getting the that little skip there. Nailing that speed strat.
I've never tried that. It looks really tough to make. Chelbird
I want to
also
say I
getting
have
it.
tried it and I didn't come close. So I'm going to say yeah.
Not a problem for these guys, though. They both got it.
Oh, cool strat there by Chelbird. Kicking the one block when he was already halfway up on his way to the other.
Yeah, I liked that little whip back. That was cool.
A little bit of up-pipe trouble. The hardest boss in Mario. You see Chelbird giving himself a smile there. Oh no! And
Oh,
Chelbird falls short on the jump of the on-offs. That is going to be a brutal setback.
yeah.
Oh no! You see a little bit of a wincing there. He might know what that means.
Yeah, he
Calco,
knows
on the other
it's
hand,
bad.
making his way to the goalpost, opening up close to a stage lead.
Only a couple stages left, too.
All right, Chelbird making it through this time. Onward to the second section. While Calco is going to go through the Lost Cinema. Making it easy. Chelbird, meanwhile, is on his way through to the end of the previous stage. And Calco is in there as well, keeping that kind of whole stage lead intact. It's
As we go into the final level, too.
the final. Oh boy, we've seen these runners do pretty well for the most part. Other people have struggled. Just got to get this one done, you know.
There's Calco through the first section. There is 2 more. Granted, they aren't very long. Even if he takes a couple deaths here, I think he'd still be in the lead.
Yeah, he's built up a pretty cozy lead here. Going to the final section of the final level, whereas Chelbird is still just waiting to enter the Watered Highway.
Calco going through the final little tunnel. Not a problem whatsoever. There it is. That's GG Calco.
Congrats to Calco. They're going to advance to the finals of the Kaizo Kup Open 2022. Get those GGs in chat. I see plenty of you guys are already ahead of it. GGs to Calco. GGs to Chelbird. Man, what a performance. As we said, to be doing everything he's doing with putting on the tournament, running some of the tech side of things, and still playing this hack like a complete master level player. It's been pretty awesome to watch. So yeah, shout out Chelbird, shout out Calco. We have got one of our finalists.
Chelbird giving a little clap as he finishes. GG Chelbird. Those were good races. That was fun.
That was fantastic.